All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay, so we're gonna do a market update and then we'll play a few games of chess. So BTC looks like it hit another all-time high, 123,000. And yeah, I mean we're going to the next leg up here. I think we'll probably get to around 130, 135, and then maybe cool off. It looks like the market's cooling off a little bit before we continue. Let me check my mic really quick. Give me just a second. 135, and then maybe cool off. It looks like the market's cooling off a little bit before we continue. Let me check my mic really quick. Give me just a All right, second. Looks like my mic is working. Okay. So yeah, Bitcoin's at one was at 123. It hit 123 briefly, and then it took a small dive, not too much. Right now, it's currently sitting at 120. So went down 3,000. But again, you got to think about it. We were at 107 just like a few weeks ago at 107. So now we're $13,000 higher. Before 107, we were at 92. Before 92, we were at 70, around 70. Before 70, we were at 50. So the price obviously keeps going higher. And again, we're just getting into that bull run that everybody's used to after the year of the halvening. Okay, so let's go over the market really quick. So again, we touched on BTC. Right now, it's sitting at 119. Ethereum's it's at around 3,000, and a lot of people are speculating once Ethereum gets back to that 3,500 mark, that's when we're going to see a true altcoin season, which I think it's really around the corner. Apple's at 208. Apple stock. Tesla's at 316. Again, Tesla had a good run this year. I remember it was at what 150, 140, and now it's at 316. And that really just spawned from that whole presentation about the robo taxis, which I'm not sure if that's going to come out anytime soon, but a lot of people are excited about that. Okay, so let's go over the overview. It says Bitcoin recently hit all-time highs, surpassing 123 amid rallying U.S. equities in the start of crypto week. Yeah, so this week is kind of considered crypto week because we're getting a lot of regulations, the laws and regulations that are passing that are going to affect the crypto market. We have acts like the Genius Act, Clarity Act, and anti-CBDC acts. Central digitalized currency, and yeah, it mainly this regulation. These laws are aimed towards stable coins, how you can use stable coins. Because remember, we had that whole thing with Terra Luna where we had that collapse because it was really backed by nothing. It was backed by an algorithmic code, but there was really nothing back in that. So we had that huge collapse. Lots of people lost lots of money. So the fact that crypto is going mainstream, we want to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Stuff like FTX, we want to make sure all these stable coins are backed by something, essentially. Okay, it says Ethereum holding steady above 3K, buoyed by institutional ETF inflows and broader market optimism. Yeah, so the inflows for Ethereum ETFs are surpassing the Bitcoin spot ETFs, I think, at the moment, and makes sense, right? I mean, obviously Bitcoin continues to move up, but now people are looking for that next shiny item. Because, I mean, to get a double on BTC right now, it would have to go to 240,000. And I think it's going to get there eventually, probably not this cycle. So after people squeeze the gains from one asset, they want to move to the next asset, so that way they can continue making money. Volatility spiked notably in XRP with implied volatility soaring. Yeah, XRP is getting close to its all-time highs too, if not already reached it. And again, I'm not an XRP fan, but I keep track of the market. Even though you're not invested in all the coins, it's good to keep a pulse on what the big blue chip coins are doing. And XRP is getting close to that $3. And I remember telling you guys before, it also is important to pay attention to the market cap because I was telling you guys a story where somebody at the barbershop thought that XRP is going to go to like $60,000. And it's just not possible, right? I mean, I guess it is possible, but it would have to be tens of trillions of dollars as far as the market cap, and that's just not going to happen. So I guess it's not possible. But yeah, so it's good to pay attention to that. So XRP is around $3. Let's see what else. Pakistan is piloting a central bank digital currency. Okay, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. I know a lot of these countries they want to have control. Or I know the decentralized currencies is really a struggle for some of these countries because they like to have control. And I would say almost every country wants to have control over some type of currency. So obviously you have some of these countries trying to implement a CBDC, and that's just not going to work because we have already in the U.S. they're going against that. They're going towards more of a decentralized currencies like Ethereum or BTC, right? But they're putting regulations around it so you don't get these rug pulls like a Terra Luna or a FTX. Okay. What else? U.S. equities are nearing a setting record high. Nasdaq led the charge, shrugging off trade war noise and tariff threats. Yep. J.P. Morgan projects 500 billion in equity inflows during H2. Yeah. So this week, a lot of banks are going to be reporting earnings. So that's going to be really telling for the economy because again, people borrow from banks. So how banks do impact how the market does in some way. Not totally, but it's definitely something to pay attention to. If the banks are doing good, that means people are optimistic. And obviously, rates need to come down or are going to come down this year. We have 2 rate cuts in the books. So, but again, as far from a revenue perspective, how are banks doing? If they're not making money, then that could be telling for the economy, right? Okay, what else? BNP Paribas lift S&P year target to. Okay, so there's a target. I'm not sure what BNP Paribas is, but they lift their S&P year end target at 6,700. I think I told you guys my end of the year target for the S&P. I believe I said 6,500 in my video. I came out with a video that I talked about my predictions, my financial predictions for the rest of 2025. And I think in that video I said the S&P will end at 6,500. And I'm not sure where the Dow. I think the Dow's around 30,000 right now. Let me see where the Dow's at. Dow Jones Index. Dow Jones Index. Average. It's at 44. Yeah, so I think I said the Dow Jones will end around 45, 46,000. So I was way off with that. Okay. And then what else? Let's see if there's any other news. Continued trade tariff uncertainty and major bank earnings data. We talked about that. But yeah, so pretty much crypto is doing well. Markets are doing well. A lot of crypto regulation this week. So a lot of things to pay attention to as we get closer to the end of the year. Okay, let's play some chess. I'll do, I think, 2 to 3 games, and that'll be it. Oh, no. I don't know why I did that. This is my first game of the day, so gotta get the rust off here. Yeah, I think I got my piece back. It's that defense. Oh, darn. Darn it. Hmm. Interesting. All right, I didn't get my piece back there. Uh-oh. Darn it. Yeah, I lost this one. Unless he blunders this completely. He's trying to get that checkmate. Darn it. All right, let's try to win this one. Mm. Did I hit already? I think that might be checkmate. Oh no. Darn it. Um, darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay. Here we go. Checkmate. I thought he saw that for some reason. I guess he didn't see that. Yeah, I'll play again. Why not? All right, this will be my last. No, I did it again. Oof. There we go. Free pawn. There we go. Oh, darn it. Hmm. Getting a little tricky here. Yeah, I'm down like so many pieces. Um, Here we go. Blunder. Blunder City. Yep, he lost. He got me though on that game. No, no more. No more. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at what else. Anything else? I mean, man, the crypto market is just looking so bullish right now. Again, right now we can only really see it in Bitcoin. We can't see it in other things because the market has not caught on to the altcoins yet, and that's when people get restless. People don't get paid. I was in one of the my crypto newsletters today, and they have like this little chat, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I sold my altcoins. They're not moving. They're down 90%." People have to understand that these altcoins are not. They don't have a huge market cap, so just as much as they're down, it's just as fast they can move on up, right? When you got something that's only worth $1 billion or $1 billion market cap or just a few hundred million, these things can move up 3 to 4x in a day. And people forget that. People forget that these altcoins can move very quickly. And that's when they get restless and they end up selling. And this is probably the worst year to sell your positions to so early, right? Like you should be patient. If you waited this long, then you should be able to stick it out and not worry about, oh, the price hasn't gone up yet, right? And that's why it's important to do the research and make sure you have conviction in your plays, because again, during times like this, which I honestly think it's good time. I think the market is doing pretty good. I think things are going to start moving up, but again, people get restless. People want gains today. And a lot of you are only been in the crypto market for a year and you want to make, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars the first year or whatever, first week, first month. So yeah, you just got to be patient. And we're seeing it with the price now. I can't see a world where BTC's at 120, 130, and the altcoins stay where they're at. You just got to be patient. And then also, once things start to move, make sure you know your targets and you have plans on selling and taking profit, depending on your exit strategy. Because it's like night and day, right? Like, so if when people are bearish, they can't see the bull side, right? They can't see, like, all they can see is the downside. But when people are bullish and when the crypto market is bullish, people, they can't go bearish, right? Like, once we start to see these altcoins move and start putting in 3, 4x's, 10x's, 20x's, it's gonna hard to get people to sell. You can't even tell them anything, and that's when they hold the bag. So you can't be on the extreme on either end. You can't be too pessimistic. Can't be too optimistic. You got to just keep a cool level, a tone through the whole cycle, right? And have a strategy, do your research, have conviction in your plays, and that's how you make your money. But you can't just get emotional every time the price goes up or down, right? It's just you got to drive yourself crazy. Okay, that's pretty much it. Good games of chess. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.